that seems to violation, I think he means that seems to violate of many clear scriptures, or his English was never his strong point. He got the doctor from the diploma mill. But anyway, and I reply to him, Kent, you do that all the time, Kent. And you take down any comments that question you. Interesting how you always manipulate scripture to suit you. I'm so certain that the harming of children perpetrated by two of the close friends you welcome to DAL anytime violates the scriptures you conveniently ignore. Of course, he won't get an answer to that. I just know it. Now we just go on to the final thing I want to say. Here we go. Truck driving Billy. And now he's a very sensible man. And once again, I think he's been at DAL in the past. And so he's once again realized what Mr. Hovind is like, and many people do. And truck driving Billy, I think he's very sensible here. So I'll finish with his comments. That certainly was a lot of words to say absolutely nothing. So he's referring to Kent. You say that you're willing to do these things on any channel. Well, we know it ain't going to happen on Cindy's. That would probably be a violation of the restraining order. So yeah, Kent's already sort of realized that. Not at first, but he has now. And let's be real. Stephen is simply a bad faith actor who just wants to get revenge on Cindy because she called him out on his bad workmanship. Did you hear the things he was saying about you before she called him out on that? Well, if he didn't, then it's on Truck Driving Billy's channel, and I've reproduced it on my channel. So Stephen did a big, complete about face. Anyway, just like Stephen, I know about these things very well too. So here's what I propose. I'll moderate this debate or conversation, or whatever you two would prefer to call it. I can definitely be an impartial bystander that simply keeps things moving along, properly keeping order. And don't try to use the excuse that I'm biased, because we all know that excuse doesn't fly, considering you like to use Donnie from Standing to Truth. So that is exactly right. And I actually believe Truck Driving Billy to be a good, solid person. All you really want is someone who will stop interrupting, and someone who will not take instructions from either party. And of course, Donnie takes instructions from Kent. Stephen takes instructions from Kent. You can find it on any videos that are up there. Oh, Stephen's taken some of those down, of course. So maybe you can't find that anymore. So I think that would be a very good compromise, and Truck Driving Billy would just also make sure that we don't get this diversion. Kent is very quick to say, when he can't get stuck on an answer, what have you done for the Lord, or something like that. He's done it to me too, when I caught him out on his changing stories about Brady the Byram. He just suddenly, what have you done for the Lord? You see it here in his comments to even to Nick. He's just such a anyway, I mustn't get too carried away. But Truck Driving Billy concludes with, but more than likely you have me blocked and you can't see my reply to you. That's okay. Others can. And of course, I believe that some of Kent's goons, minions, volunteers, followers or whatever will be monitoring this, so they can hear that too. Anyway, sorry it's gone on a bit long, but it's important. Please go to the channel of Cindy Lincoln, and you can hear her explain much of this. It's only a 15-minute. It's shorter than my video. So thank you for being patient and listening. And, people say I'm obsessed with them. No, I'm not. I'm obsessed. I'm not obsessed with Hovind. I'm obsessed with saving the very nice but gullible people that fall under his influence, and he misrepresents science continually. Just think about it. Unless you're delusional, you're going to realize that this preacher from Alabama, who can fold paper airplanes and shoot rubber bands, he doesn't know more than the great scientists of this world. He just doesn't. But even leaving that aside and just sticking to the scripture, let's say you're a Christian. and there are many good Christians out there too, totally different to this man. The Christians I know take care of the poor. The Christians I know don't manipulate scripture to make themselves always look good. The Christians I know have generally not been married 4 times, and it's always the other person's fault. And as for him saying, oh, they left me, yes, the first one divorced him, but the next two, well, the next one left him and he annulled the marriage. He didn't divorce, he annulled it. So we don't know quite the legality of that. And then for Cindy Lincoln Hovind, he drove her out. He drove her out. And you can even hear plotting and conspiring to do that. So, which has all been preserved. So that's my motive. I want to save people. I want to save souls from the man who does think he is God, in my opinion, and that is Kent Hovind. Okay. Good night, everybody.